What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Super Rangers Toku Podcast, the best Toku podcast on the planet. And today, this is going to be the last normal episode before things change. As you guys know, we're always changing things with the podcast. It's not going to be a huge change. There's some minor scheduling changes, and then something else, which I'll talk about after I talk about the scheduling changes. So basically, the scheduling changes are Mondays now are going to be the day of Super Sentai. Super Sentai reviews will be on Mondays from now on. Let's see. There's no Super Rangers podcast on Wednesdays anymore. That's going to Tribal Council. I don't want to do a double upload every Wednesday. So if you guys want to see a podcast on Wednesday, definitely check out Tribal Council. It's a Survivor recap show. It's really cool. If you don't watch Survivors, it's that game show where they stranded on an island, they vote each other off. You've probably heard of it. And then Friday is going to be the Kamen Rider episode, which will start off with Kamen Rider Kamen Rider X8 coming out here in I think next week. So, so this is actually perfect. And then Power Rangers will stay on Sundays, and a very big change coming here to the podcast. There will be a new co-host. Now, if you guys know, Adam is still a co-host here. He's just very, very busy, and he's still a member of the Big Bang Network. Don't worry about that. Nobody's leaving. In fact, there's no risk of anybody leaving at this point. We still have plans for even AJ and Alex, so those guys are still sticking around. If you guys don't know, after like 2 months, members, if they're inactive, they kind of go on the inactive list. But those guys, their two months are coming up. But we do have plans for them. Like Adam, he's working on a show right now, so he's fine. And then AJ and Alex and me are going to be starting up a new podcast, which will be announced here very soon, not during this podcast. But there will be a new co-host coming to the podcast. I won't reveal it just yet, but if you're paying attention, to the sidebars or the channel list and the members list, you probably already know who it is. And I've been talking to him on Twitter a lot, so you guys probably can guess who the new co-host is. And don't worry, Adam, we're gonna try and get him back. Every now and then. He's just very busy. He's got school. He's working on this huge project here for the Big Bang Network. So yeah, Adam isn't doing this on purpose. He's not being lazy. He's just working on a new project, a much bigger project than the podcast, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. So yeah, that's pretty much all for the changes. Now let's go into the review. I'm reviewing WZ Sentai Zyuohger episode 30, the legendary Mega Beast. I'm going to give you the synopsis. Yamato is trying to awaken the Cube Whale by using the whale change gun, but no avail. If they don't figure out how to contact Cube Whale quickly, Bangray could get to it first. Yamato is consumed with anxiety, so Misao finally decides to rank up some courage, but he is too concerned about just how the events will turn out. So yeah, since Yamato has become Zyuo Whale, or he's now able to become Zyuo Whale, he's basically trying to find Cube Whale so he can, pilot the Whale Zord, or the Whale Mecha, sorry. And yeah, if Bangray gets it, he's either going to kill it or use it to destroy the world or the Rangers. So they gotta get to it first. But Yamato's having a really hard time. That's really getting to him. And so Misao finally gets up, and he's finally trying to do something, but Misao is trying way too hard, and that's really getting the team down. He transforms into Instinct Awaken, almost immediately, and that completely just backfires. And then he's trying to fish Bangray out of the water whenever they jump in to try and chase after the Zyuo or the Cube Whale. But then he accidentally takes out Sella instead. I don't really know why that message... I don't know if that message was deleted by the user or by something else, but I'll get to that later. Caden Wars 123. I don't know if that was you who deleted it or if it was the program. I don't know, but I will answer that question after the review. So, basically, Bangray kind of like poisons the water, so like it's gonna either kill Cube Whale or Sela and Misao, who are currently trying to get to Cube Whale. And in the meantime, Yamato as Zuo Whale is battling Bangray, and then Tusk, Leo, and Amu are in Zuo Wild trying to fight off the recent monster that appeared. I'm not gonna give all the names to the random monsters of the week because it's really not worth my time. So, yeah, they're basically fighting the monster of the week, and so basically after a while, Genis, or however the heck you pronounce it, sends out Naria to go out and like battle out too. Basically, it's this huge battle, and it's actually pretty intense, and it's really cool to see. Just like there's like explosions happening all over the place, laser blasts, water all over the place. It's really, really, really insane. And so basically, Naria shows up, tries to shoot the whale, and it's not really working. And meanwhile, Sela and Misao are underwater trying to get to Cube Whale, but it's not working. The poison is getting to them, and basically Misao like passes out in his in Cube Crocodile. And so Sela saves him, and then they basically wash up on shore unconscious. And then basically after that, after Naria shows up, basically Cube Whale just goes berserk on everybody, including Rangers. It's just an all-out war. It's a huge battle. Everybody is going insane, and that's where my internet went out. Basically, I only had 2 minutes left. I'm assuming everybody got their butts kicked, and the Rangers went back home to say, well, crap, we gotta finish this off in the two-parter, because this is seeming to be like a two-parter, because the next episode is called When the Mega Beast Stands. So this is obviously a two-parter, so this will be continued next week. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got, because my internet just decided to go to crap at 2 minutes, and I didn't want to go all the way back through it. But that's the basic gist of it. I really thought it was an amazing episode, including the huge war, the huge battle that was happening. Like, I wish we'd see that more in like Power Rangers and Super Sentai, not just like in an anniversary episode or like a team up or episode or something. Like, I want more battles like today, or more like Saturday or Sunday, whenever it came out. Because I am way late on this, but yeah, I want more battles like this episode, to where it's just like three guys are battling this guy, two are battling this guy, Red Ranger's finding the villain, and Cube Whale is just going berserk all over the place. You know, it was just really cool to see, and I really loved today's episode, and it's not filler. So, I mean, we do get a lot of filler here and there. I mean, it's Power Rangers / Super Sentai. That's kind of what's to be expected. So, yeah. Overall, like I said, great episode. Can't wait to see the second part to it. And, yeah, so Caden Wars 123 asked a question. I don't know if he deleted it or if the program deleted it. I really hope he's not like unable to message, because that would really suck, and I don't know how to fix that. So I don't know if like the program like banned him or something. I really hope that didn't happen. But basically, he asked a question: what's your favorite Sentai? Now, I haven't watched too much Sentai yet. I mean, I watched a little bit of Go Ranger because of curiosity. That's pretty much the first season I watched, because it was the first Super Sentai season as a kid. I'm like, oh, I want to watch the first Super Sentai! Yeah, Go Ranger is the first one I watched. Then I got into Go Onger, which I've reviewed here on the podcast here in the past. Basically, I review it whenever I get 10 episodes done. I've been really busy, so since my last review, I haven't watched any episodes of Go Laundry yet, because school is I'm just super busy. I've watched a lot of Tokuger. Tokuger was okay. I mean, I don't think it's the best season at all, but I really like Tokuger. I like the Orange Ranger and stuff like that. And then I've watched, of course, Dobusu Sentai Zyuohger. And so far, that's really all I've watched. I'm definitely trying to dabble into more. After I'm done with Go Ranger, I want to move on to Deca Ranger because I love SPD with like a huge passion. And so I really want to watch Deca Ranger because SPD is one of my favorite seasons. Okay, so it was the user that deleted it because he put caps on a letter on accident. That's okay. No big deal. We're not really grammar Nazis over here, so it's totally fine. But yeah, that's pretty much what I watched so far. Out of everything I've watched, I really love Zyuohger. Like I highly praise this season for being like amazing. Like I know I haven't seen too much, but I can already tell this season is amazing. Oh, I have watched a little bit of Gokaiger too, and Gokaiger's amazing too. Like so good, so good. But yeah, Zyuohger is the kind of the most I've watched, and so I'm really loving Zyuohger so far. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of unfair to say because I haven't really watched too much, but yeah, I really am loving Zyuohger right now. And so we're moving on to the next topic, which is Super Animal War Episode 1 Overview. That's right, guys. I currently don't have a way to actually watch it, but the Ranger Wiki has like a full pretty much overview of the episode, so I'm going to be reading that to you and giving my thoughts on it. And whenever I do get my hands on the episode or episodes, I will definitely review them here on the podcast. It's just I don't know how to get to them or where they are at because it's like it doesn't air on TV. It's like a Blu-ray release. So yeah, no problem for answering the question, Caden. So basically, Here's the overview. Episode 1. Now, I'm only doing episode 1 because that's the only thing they have yet. Oh, and huge props to Ranger Wiki, by the way. So the Zyuohgers return home to find a collection of books entitled The Super Sentai Encyclopedia on the table. They are then greeted by Aka Red, who explains to them about the Super Sentai, and that in order for them to be recognized as the 40th Sentai, or Super Sentai, they have to achieve the 4 main qualities of wisdom, strength, bravery, and friendship. Akared then invites Jelosto over to give the Zyuohgers a history lesson on the Super Sentai teams that have preceded them, revealing a DVD collection of the previous 39 teams. While Yamato is enthusiastic about being recognized as the 40th Sentai, the others are not well too keen on this. Jelosto's confidence is hurt when Amu throws a paper plane which hits him, causing him to run off. When asked why he is so determined to gain recognition as a Super Sentai, Yamato explains that he would feel honored to be able to pass down the legacy of the Super Sentai, much like how the previous 39 teams did. The others are convinced by Yamato's opinion, and together, the 5 of them go to find Jelosto, who was lying in a trash corner. As the Zyuohgers plead with Jelosto to be their teacher again, a happy Jelosto brings out a Gokaiger DVD, and then the music for Super Sentai Hero Getter plays as the Zyuohgers learn about the first 35 Sentai teams, with the next 4 preceding them being held off for the next lesson. Now I'll get to my thoughts on that here in a second. As Akared watches from afar, he smells a scent. Just then, with his signature bad scent, as well as his cowboy attire, Masato Jin walks out along with Beat J Stag. With Masato... I'm so bad at this. With Masato saying that he won't recognize the Zyuohgers as he won't recognize the Zyuohgers as the Dobutsu Sentai. I cannot talk today, apparently. In fact, I pretty much mess up something every podcast, so that's not really It's not really a surprise. But yeah. So sounds great. I really wish I could see it. So whenever I get my hands on it, or if one of you guys know how to get your hands on it, definitely let me know. But yeah, once I get my hands on it, I'll definitely review it. But yeah, they say the other 4 Sentai after Gokaiger will have their own lesson. And if you know, the returning Sentai are Beatbuster / Gold Beetle, Stagbuster, Kyu, Blue, Toku, 6Go, and Shiro Ninja. So basically, that's your 4 Sentai right there. So I'm pretty sure that's what their lesson is going to be. Basically, Masato, BJ, Nobu, Haru, Akira, and Fuka are basically coming back for their lesson. And so still no explanation on how Beatbuster / Gold Beetle is there, considering the main universe one is dead and the other one was completely wiped out of existence. So there's still no explanation on that. I'm sure they will give one. There was something, okay, yeah, and this is a little note here. It was confirmed by the Aka Red that the embodiment of all Blue Warriors would be called Aka Blue, not Ao Blue, like fans were speculating. So that's kind of weird / interesting, because if you don't know, Aka in Japan is red. So basically it makes sense for Aka Red to be Aka Red, because it's red in Japan and then red in English. So Aka Blue would be red blue, so that doesn't really make sense to me. I think Ao Blue would be the one that really kind of makes sense, but I mean, it's what they wanted to do, I guess, so you go for it, man. But yeah, I mean, sounds really, really great. I really wish I could see it. As far as right now, I can't, but I will definitely be, I'll keep on the lookout. So yeah, so I'll review that whenever I can. So I think that might be it for today's podcast. If you enjoyed, please leave a rating and a comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching the Super Rangers Toku podcast. I am Jason, signing out from the Big Bang Network. Stay tuned on Sunday to see who the new co-host is and some more updates coming to the Big Bang Network and the podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.